To look up at the night sky, one sees an array of bright and faint pinpoints dotting the sky. These pinpoints are the stars, which either stand alone or form constellations. This leads me to my question: do constellations ever change or break apart? What is a constellation? It is a group of stars that appear to form a picture or pattern. This is what the ancient sky observers noticed the patterns. They thought the patterns were messages from the universe. We know otherwise. The constellations we are most familiar with today come from the myths and legends created by people in the Mediterranean and the Middle East thousands of years ago. It was over 300 years ago when the great British astronomer Edmund Halley, yes, the man who has the comet named after him, that realized that the constellations did change. He had studied the star charts of the ancient Greek star observers, which were over 1,600 years old, and he noticed that his charts differed theirs so slightly. Halley proved that the constellations do change, but ever so slightly to be noticeable. For example, the Big Dipper is easily recognized as part of Ursa's Major, or the Great Bear. The star at the handle's end and the one at the bull's tip move in opposite directions than the rest of the stars in the constellations. Therefore, astronomers have determined that over time the handle will appear to bend more and the bull will spread out. Therefore, in 50,000 years, the Big Dipper will look more like a tadpole. The constellations remain relatively in the same location. Therefore, these patterns and stars have served as a navigational tool for ships for centuries. Even the Apollo missions used these patterns as reference points to ensure that they were going in the right direction. However, many disagree with this statement that constellations remain in the same location. It does appear each month that the stars and constellations have changed location, but it's the Earth that accounts for the perceived changes in location. Stars travel in their own orbit, just as the Sun does through the Milky Way. Earth rotates and the stars travel within their own orbits. In 1 year, the Earth will make 1 complete revolution, and all stars and constellations can be observed if one remained in same location for the year. Therefore, the position of the constellations and stars are not changing, but rather the Earth's rotation changes what is visible throughout the year. Do the stars within a constellation cause it to change or break apart? The stars are moving at incredible rates of speed. Even the fastest stars take centuries to travel at a noticeable distance. The fastest moving star is named Barnard's star. For this star to travel the distance equal to the moon's width would take over 180 years. It has been determined by astronomers that the brightest stars are the closest and the faintest are the farthest. It would take thousands and thousands of years for any changes to the stars within a constellation to change it. Do constellations ever change or break apart? The answer is yes, but we will not see these changes in our lifetime, considering it takes 50,000 years.